Welcome to the Monsters Kickstarter. That's right. We are finally finishing the story like Cody Rhodes, if you're a wrestling fan. It all started here, and I wanted to tell you a few things quickly about this Kickstarter. First, you should know that the way that this Kickstarter was designed was to be affordable. We weren't looking, and by we, of course, I mean me, I wasn't looking to make a huge amount of money. As you guys can see, everything about this is very simplistic, and it's simplistic because I think that we've gotten to a point where Kickstarters where people make them so hard that they're too much work to invest your time into. So I've made some things available in print. I've offered my collection, but really I'd rather this just be a PDF project. That's why it's so simple in its setup. No, I haven't lost my mind. This is something that I wanted for everyone to be able to enjoy. That's why everything's up for PDF and at affordable costs. It's been one of those years. Let's celebrate together through creation. This was a story that we had finished literally 5 years ago, and it wound up staying in storage for no good reason other than I didn't know what to do with it as far as printing it. So I decided to make it digital. If we get enough of a big following, yeah, we'll go to print. But for now, the idea is just to get the book out to the world. So we're giving it away because I believe in the writer I am. I believe that if you read what I write, you're going to want to back this project too. And just a little bit of a quick history. This is the first book I ever released. This is, at the time, was called Fetish Babies, but became Barbara Unleashed. While I was writing and finishing this, and you can see this is my copy that I have a reference all the time. While I was finishing this and waiting for art to come in, I started this project, and they both finished at the same time. So what do these have in common? When this is a kinky book about education, how could they even go together? Well, if you look right there on the screen, that's a crossover between Manny, the cosplaying detective Wolf, and Barbara from Barbara Unleashed. They crossed over with each other. This is their first book, which Manny does not make an appearance in, but is brought in as a character in the second book. So they are connected because of the reason there is a Monsters book. Believe it or not, and this is like behind the scenes and me being honest, and if you've been at a table with me, you've probably heard me say this. I wrote this book because of the back cover of this. This is Barbara. Chris Matt did the amazing art. Satine Zilia, by the way, on the cover. Amazing, amazing. This book is about the underground fetish community. It's about the alternate lifestyle. It is about BDSM. At the same time I was making this, 50 Shades of Grey was in the movie theaters, and this gave me an idea. I thought about how 50 Shades of Grey made us look like monsters, and I hated that. And I was like, monsters, because I had the artist. KVG wanted to work with me. I like KGV's work. He's like, well, I can do a watercolor thing. I was like, what can we do with watercolors? I don't like what they're doing with 50 Shades of Grey. It makes me feel like a monster. What if I took the classic universe of monsters, made it human beings, gave them genetic disorders, and it was Hollywood who were the real monsters? Is my way of talking about how I felt about the 50 Shades of Grey movie coming out. The monsters were born. And the 3 issues actually kind of coincided with each other. We never put out the 3rd issue. The first year there was a scheduling thing. I didn't feel like we could get the book out the same way and the same energy, and we had a lot come out very quickly. And by we, again, it's me at Rittenstein's Comics, but also the artist I work with. And we decided to put it on the shelf, and for 5 years it stayed there until someone read my books and reminded me how great the Monster series was and wonder how it ended. My best friend is the reason that this book is coming to you right now. I'm trying to give back to my fans with this Kickstarter. I'm not a money grab person. There's no nudie covers. This is pure storytelling and giving it to you directly. Rewards start going out November 1st before I even get a dime, because I want you to read what I create, because without you, I don't have a future. So this isn't about not knowing what I'm doing. This is about rewarding people who've been on the journey with me. I can't say that in future projects we won't have to do some sort of alternate cover, but at least for this project, I got to come to you, accept the loss on the project, and just tell a story that I wanted to finish now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have $1 or $2 to spare. Rewards start as little as $1. For $1, I'll give you a PDF. For $3, you get the whole story of Monsters, plus 2 side stories. You can't do better than that. Thank you for tuning in. That's it. Go check out the project. It's on Kickstarter now and ends November 1st. We already got our goal. We didn't set it high. So you can get this project after, thanks to Kickstarter's new Beyond the Reward or Beyond the Funding Period availability, which we're going to try in this project for the very first time.